Good morning, this is Mahendra from Indian Institute of Technology and Science, EC Department. Now we are going to perform the experiment scattering parameters of H plane T. The main aim of scattering parameters of H plane T is to study the parameter of H plane T and determine the scattering parameters of H plane T. In this experiment, we are using the required apertures is Klystron power supply, Klystron mount, and Klystron tube, isolator, variable attenuator, frequency meter, detector mount, and H plane T, match termination, waveguide stand, cooling fan, and CRO and BNC cable. Now we are going to perform the experiment. Before going to now we are going to see the block diagram. This is the block diagram of H plane T. Okay, first we are applying the Klystron power supply to Klystron mount with tube. Here the microwave will be generated here. The Klystron mount will come with the isolator. The isolator transmits the power to only one directional. It not allows to back. So here the variable attenuator is attenuate the power. Here we can by using frequency meter we can measure the frequency. Here the H plane T with the match termination, it is used to terminate the ports. Finally, we are getting the output from detector mount. We can see the output in CRO. Here, we can see the H plane T. H plane T. This is a three-port network. H plane T. It is a rectangular waveguide. This rectangular waveguide, horizontally we are cutting the one cross section, fixing the one rectangular waveguide to horizontally to the waveguide. So it is called H arm or H plane T. Okay, this is the port 1, port 2, this is port 3. Port 3 also called as H arm. When we are applying the microwave source to H arm, the power will be divided between 1 and 2, port 1 and port 2 without any phase shift. Okay, now we are going to do the symmetry properties and S. Okay, now we are going to do the S parameters, scattering parameters of H plane T. This is the S scattering parameters of H plane T. Because H plane T has 3 ports, it is a 3-port network, so we can write as the 3x3 matrix. Okay, that is the S11, S12, S13, S21, S22, S23, S31, S32, S33. Okay. Now we are going to apply the properties. As per the H plane T properties, we can write S13 is equals to S23. How? We are applying the old microwave to supplies to port 3. The power will be equally divided between port 1 and port 2. So here the port 3, we are giving the input at port 3, we are getting the output at port 1. That is equals to the output input is from port 3 is equal to output from the S2 port 2. Okay, so we can write as S13 is equals to S23. Now here the port 3 is perfectly matched condition. While we are applying the microwave source here, there is the reflections of the microwave is 0. So we can write S33 is equals to 0. As for the symmetry properties, Sij is equals to Sji. So we can write as S12 is equal to S21, S13 is equals to S31, S31. Okay, S23 is equals to S32. By substituting all values in the scattering matrix, it will become S11, S12, S13, we are substituting all values. S11, S12, S13. Instead of S21, we are writing S12. S22 same, S23. Instead of S23, we can write S13. And S31 we can write S31 as per symmetry property. Here we are S32, we can write S13 and S33 is equal to 0. By using this value, we can derive the values of scattering parameters. And here we are going to do, as per the unitary properties, we can write as S of scattering matrix of modulo of S equals to unitary matrix. S of modulo of S is equals to unitary property. Okay, we can write as S11, S12, S13, S12, S22, S13, S13, S13 is equal to 0 into conjugate of S1, conjugate of S12, conjugate of S13, conjugate of S12, conjugate of S22, conjugate of S13, conjugate of S13, conjugate of S13 is equals to unitary matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Now we are going to multiply the matrix. Now first we are going to multiply row 1 column 1. Okay, R1 C1. We can write as modulo of S11 square plus modulo of S12 square modulo of S13 square is equals to 1. And same as R2 C2, we can write row 2 C2. Yes, modulo of S1 square, modulo of S22 square, modulo of S13 square is equal to 1. And same R3 C3, S1 square, modulo of S1 square, S13 square plus modulo of S13 square is equals to 1. Now we are taking one more value, that is R3 and C1. R3 C1 is S3 equal to conjugate of S11. S13 is equal to S13 into conjugate of S1 and 0 into S13 is 0. That one we are taking 0. Okay. By using this value, we can derive the S13. It is 1, it is 2, it is 3, it is 3. By using this equation, we can find out the values. Okay. Here we can write as it is right. S13 is equals to 1 by root 2. We will see all values. Okay. By using third equation, we can write S13 equals to 1 by root 2. It is the fifth equation. Okay. Now we are going to derive the sixth. From fourth equation we can write, we are coming S13 of S11 plus S12 is equals to 0. So S11 is equals to minus S12. Here by using R1 C1, R2 C2, we are subtracting R1 C1 minus R2 C2. We can get S11 square minus S22 square is equals to 0, because the common terms will be cancelled. So remaining S11 square minus S22 square. Okay, from this equation we get S11 is equals to S22. Okay. Next one. Now we can apply this substitute this value in any one equation, you will get other values. Okay. Now I am going to substitute this value in R2 C2. Okay. Here now I am going to okay, we got from this value S11 is equals to minus S2, S12. Now I am going to subtract RC1 of equation 1 minus equation. Now I am going to subtract equation 1 minus equation 2. That is R1 C1 minus R2 C2. Okay, here the common terms will be cancelled. S11 and S2, S12 cancel, S13 to S13 cancel. Remaining terms are S11 square minus S22 square. From this equation we can write S11 equal to S22. Now we are going to substitute any values, this value in any equation. Okay, now I am going to substitute this value in first equation, that is S11 square. Instead of S12 I am writing S12. S1. Here the value is minus. In modulo it will be plus. S11 square. Here the S13 value is 1 by root 2. This is S11 square plus 1 by 2. So S11 square equals to 1 by 4. S11 equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Now we got S11 is equals to 1 by 2. By using this value we can substitute this value, we get S12. So S12 is equals to minus 1 by 2. Here the S22 value is equals to 1 by 2. Okay, we got all values. We are going to substitute this value to the symmetric scattering matrix. Okay, we are writing the values. S11, we got S11 value is 1 by 2. Here 1 by 2. S12 value is minus 1 by 2. S13 value is under root of 1 by root 2. And S12 value also 1 by minus 1 by 2. S22 is equal to 1 by 2. S13 is equal to 1 by root 2. Here S13 also 1 by root 2. Here 1 by root 2. 0. Okay, after deriving the S parameter, we got these values from theoretical values. Now we are going to do the practical session to calculate determine the S parameters in the lab session. Okay, thank you. Now we are going to do practical session of H plane T. Now we are going to obtain the values of H plane T. We have to compare the theoretical values and practical value in the lab session. Okay, first we have to take the input voltage by adjusting the ripple voltage. Now I am going to switch on the power supply to get the maximum square wave input in CRO. Okay. Observe the output. Okay. This is the H plane T. It is the 3-port network, port 1, port 2, port 3. This is H arm. This is the H arm, port 1, port 2, port 3. It's a horizontal arm. When microwave source applied to the port 3, the power will be divided between 1 and 2 equally. There is no phase in H plane. In E plane we have 180-degree phase shift, but here there is no phase. So we can write S13 equal to S23. Because there is no phase, we can calculate as the power will be distributed equally between 1 and 2 when we apply the input in from port 3. Okay. Now we are going to calculate the maximum square wave input in CRO. Adjust the preferred voltage. We will get the square wave output. Okay. This is our square wave input to give the input to the H plane T. Okay. Note down the values of voltage of H plane T input. Okay. Now we are going to connect H plane T to get the values S1, S2, S3 and S13. Okay, we are connected the explain T. We are connected port 3 to microwave source input. The power is we are observing the power on port 1 is we got the value of 8 millivolts. Okay, as well as we have to connect the output port at detector mount to port 1. We will get one more value, that is S13. We got S23 value is equal to S13. Okay, now we have connected the detector mount to port 2, input connected to port 3. We have calculated the port 1 output and as well as port 2 output. We got the same values. The power will be equally divided. The input voltage is 20 volts, millivolts. We got at port 1 we got 10 millivolts and port 2 we got 10 millivolts. So here we can justify that the power will be equally divided. As well as we have to connect the input to port 1 as well as port 2. We have to calculate other ports outputs. Okay, by using this value we have to compare the theoretical value and practical value. So we going to do the comparison. Thank you. Okay, now we are going to observe the explain T properties. We are taking value by using a practical session. Now we are going to do the observation. We are connected the explain T. We connected input at port 3. That is, we got 28 millivolts without connecting the explain T. After connecting the explain T, we got the output at port 1 is 15 millivolts. As well as we got voltage at port 2 equal to 15 millivolts. After that, we connected input to port 1, that is 28 millivolts. We got 15 millivolts at port 2 and 15 millivolts at port 3. As well as port 2 we connected input, that is 28 millivolts. We got output at port 1 with 15 millivolts and at port 3 we got 15 millivolts. Okay, now by using this value we are going to calculate scattering matrix parameters, that is S12, S13. Because S11, S22, S3 are, this is the perfectly matched condition, so it is we will take as 0. Okay, it is S11 is equal to 0 because we are connecting the input. At input we can't take output, so we can write S11 is equal to 0 and S22 is equal to 0. Now we are going to calculate S12. This is the input, this is output. Input with output we got 0.53. As well as S13 we are going to calculate that 15 by 28. That is also 0.53, approximately 0.53. Now we are going to substitute the values in S parameter after we derive reduce the matrix. That is, here we are writing S11 instead of S11 we are writing 0. Instead of S22 we are writing 0. Instead of S33 we are writing 0. Here S12 is equals to 0.53. Okay, but here we got the minus negative value, so we can put as negative. As well as we got S13 is equals to 0.53 and S12 is equals to 0.53. Here minus. It is 0, it is 0.53 and it is 0.53, 0.53, 0. Okay. As comparing the theoretical value and practical value, we are successfully done. Almost we got the approximately value to the theoretical value. Okay, thank you very much.